Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 13 of our Tunic playthrough. This time we need to do some exploring. I think we're going to go and visit a nearby grave in the eastern forest, because I think that's going to be one the closest to get to. Teleport wise, I can't remember if there is one in the east forest, I don't think so. So we'll just have to run through there and get over to that. We also are on the hunt for some hidden souls or lost souls, so we'll keep an eye out for those. There's apparently one in the eastern forest and one in the fortress of the eastern vault, so let's head over that way. Okay, yep, forget that's not the way to get into there. We've got to go a slightly different way, but funnily enough we've just come to an area which also, if you keep your eye keen, you're going to see around the world, you'll see other places like this. But imagine this was a Holy Cross pattern. If we start here, actually, let's see if we've got anything. We've just done our fairy thing and or hidden soul thing, and sure enough, there is a hidden soul here. So we know there is a puzzle to be done. Now if we view this as a Holy Cross pattern, and starting at the purple, we can say we would go up, down, and follow all the flowers through this pattern here. So I'm not going to write it down, just because this one's actually not too crazy and all visible, so I'm just going to give it a go following the flowers. So I'll say it out loud. Actually no, just for the sake of giving you guys a little bit more of an idea of what's going on, I am going to write it down so that I can then give it to you guys on the accessibility one. So if we go on to accessibility and the sequence assistance and then follow this pattern here, again feel free to pause your screen at that point or pause the video at that point. So the main thing to note here is that we went right twice on this one, so it was right, down, right at the end. Maybe a little confusing. But if we open that, then we've got ourselves another hidden soul. If we press the button again, it appears to be somewhere around here, which appears to be a little cave. Let's just open this chest. I doubt that's going to be anything. I can't quite see if there's anything on that door. Maybe I'm being wrong with where it is. Let's just double check that by calling our fairy friends again. No, it is definitely down there that they're going. Maybe I'm just not able to see the pattern too easily. Oh, what an idiot. Okay, there was literally just a path here. So if we follow this along, let's see what we come to at the end. So we've got a fella who is going on a track, and we're gonna want to follow or note down what directions he's going in, because he's going in some cardinal directions. I think that's the right word for up, down, left, right. However, we're gonna have to wait for him to reset because we don't know what our starting point is just yet. And just to confirm, if we do the fairy thing, we can see the, why do I keep calling it the fairy thing? It's not the fairy thing. It's the lost soul or hidden soul thing. So we can assume because he's going diagonally, this is back to his starting point. So we'll make a note. And he appears to be going down. Down again. Right. Up. Right. down, left, down again. Again, this is probably the most thrilling Tunic playthrough. All the highlights happening here. We're looking to just see when he changes, or when he stops, that's when you want to record the next input. So that was 2 downs there. Okay, so that should be it. So I will again put that in the accessibility one just so you can all see, and hopefully it is correct. But yes, that was the sequence there. And we can open up that chest, and that is one more of these lost souls found. And we're now at 3 out of 22, I think it was. And we can continue on our way. Let's see if we've got another one being pointed in that direction. Appears to be going over to the right again, or right, left, the complete other direction to the one I just said. Oop, didn't mean to rest there. This one appears to be inside the temple. So this one's a bit of an interesting one. Chest is right here. You can see the patterns on the ground. You can assume we'll start at this end here. And the one thing to note that is maybe going to be the tricky one for people who haven't seen this before. Why? It's very taken in by this statue. Yes, so this straight line here with a line going through it is an indication of pressing the same direction twice. So if we start down at the bottom here, I'm again going to write this down so that I can put it in the accessibility one. And I think we're not going to need to worry about this last little turn at the end there, but we'll see. So let's just go into the menu again. Okay, so that didn't include the little turn at the end, so we are going to need to put that in, unless I messed up the sequence anyway. And there we go. That's the little noise to get us another lost soul. And I think that's an indication of the not being able to find any more lost souls in the nearby area, because each one of these 3 guiding things just goes off in a bit of a random direction. So that means there's no more here. I think that guy is basically saying, why didn't we make a 4th key? Which don't think it would have mattered too much. Siege engine. Hero, fool. Which one are we? Only time will tell. Right. Let's see where we've got another one down here. Is that inside, I believe? So you can see a little pattern up on that banner there. So we're going to follow that through. Just going to jot it down so I can see. So we're going to be starting in the bottom left of that, because that's where the little diamond is. And then each line through a line, or that cuts through a line, indicates a repetition of that direction. So if we go into our accessibility again, I'm hoping that that should be right, and it is. I thought you could sleep on that bed or something. I don't know. Maybe that's another thing. So this is a whole other room that sort of hidden, but nothing you can do about it right now. I believe if we go through here, yep, there is a door that we are yet to open, so we're just going to put in the pattern for that. I'm not going to go into the menu for that because it was a relatively straightforward one. And we're going to open up this. So we've got a few different patterns here. So that's one saying about a flower and then following some directions for it. And that's sort of alluding to the puzzle we solved earlier with the flower as the start point. That one I'm not too sure. I think that's to do with walking through some invisible walls that you might have already dealt with. This one here I think gives you a health potion back at the expense of some magic, which yeah, we don't actually need right now. But it's something you can try out and actually get confirmation on that because I don't remember exactly. So now our next goal, or where we started this, was trying to go to the first, to the Eastern Vault rather. Keep getting ourselves sidetracked because there's a lot of different places to go. So once again, we're going to get more sidetracked and go down this pathway. So this cube, we've got a starting point. I think we actually have to do each change of direction rather than, or rather each individual turn of the cube rather than just each direction. Otherwise I think we end up in a very small pattern. Okay, so that's our starting point. So let's assume we're going right once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Oh god, I've lost track, so I had to look down. Go right once, twice, 3 times. Up once, twice, 3 times. Right once, twice. Okay, let's check that. I've got my trusty notepad. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 1. Okay, so it's basically going right and then up in sequence, decreasing from 4 down to 1 times. So that might make more sense once I've actually drawn it out. So right 4 times. And there we have it. So it was 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. And that is another one got. Fun little puzzles. Let's see if this one has anything to say. There is another one down in that direction. Oh yeah, I do know this one as well. We're going once again off course, so we're just going to see where that one is, and it's right in front of us. So this one's more of a like conceptual thing. I guess it's all of them are, you have to notice what pattern or whatever there is. So you can see there's all these tiles around the up, down, left and right. And each one of them has a different number of squares. So if we start with number 1, that would be down, and number 2 would be over here, would be left, as is number 3. Number 4 would be back over here at down. Number 5 is over at the top. And I believe number 6 is this one here. We can't quite see all of it, but the last one would be number 7, which is down. So again, we're going to write that pattern down. That's rogue, that one, because it goes down and then up. So we're going down, left, left, down, up, right, down. And I'll just put that in the sequence assistance as well. And that has indeed given us a chest. Now if we look to see if there's another one, it's going to send us on that journey, but for the time being we want to go and actually make some progress towards hero graves. So we are going to ignore those fairies right now. We'll come back to them later, but going to go through, just check here actually, is there anything? Oh, it's one underneath there which we can't access from right here. But there was a doorway through here shown on the map, which I think we looked at last time, which shows us a pattern here. So we are going to follow that pattern and go in both directions if the first way doesn't work. But no, we started in the bottom right of the right hand door, just followed that pattern and opened up the door. So this is obviously a very weird thing. Funnily enough, it's linked to something we looked at a little earlier here, but that doesn't count as any of the fairies or anything. Oh yeah, and that's our, for some reason we didn't check that checklist, and then that's our page 49, which if we look here, that's the golden path, which we'll get to at another point. But as you can see actually, each one of these, so we've got like a starting point and then a bunch of numbers that range from 2 up to 55, I believe. So we've got, the nearest one is 48, and I assume, well, I know the answer, but we'll wait until we're a little further on to solve that. But each one of those corresponds to a page number in the actual book, and there's a puzzle to solve for the mountain door to get that one. Again, it's to do with the Holy Cross, so it's not like it will be a massive surprise or spoiler once we're on to trying to solve that. We can't actually go anywhere from here, funnily enough, because there's nowhere to go from here. But you can see there's another door down there, which we can see on the map, so we're going to go and get that one too. This is sort of the portion of the game where you backtrack and go down all the new avenues you couldn't explore before. So if we again just do the simple pattern on that door, we can go straight through. And we have 3 chests. A new card. Some magic berries. And some coins. And I don't know if we can go across here again. I don't think we were able to go over to that bit, so forget that. Won't worry about it for now. We are just trying to get to, actually let's just go back to our teleport page. We do have one in the Eastern Vault, of course we do. That's probably our way of getting there. So we will do some teleporting, which funnily enough, now that we have our super, well, let's just see if there's any nearby fairies. Nope. Not that nearby anyway. We're going to have a little prayer. And we'll end up back in this place, but now we have the ability to teleport, so we can go across different areas. Don't know if there is another teleporter here, which we weren't able to access before because we didn't have the ability to. And where has that dumped us? Somewhere we've been before. Ah, yes, of course. It has dumped us near the very first hero grave, where you go and get your sword. So we're going to go through and face that. Much easier to deal with these people when you can teleport up close to them. Ow. Not much easier to deal with them when you're on low health. So you can see, because you're in a very weak state at this point, it is quite difficult to actually deal with any number of tricky enemies. But we have made it to another hero's grave, so we're going to have a little pray and see which one of our abilities gets restored to full, or to where it was before. This time it's our attack. So now if we go into wrong button, into here, we can see that we do have our attack back up to 5, which is going to make killing things a lot easier, to say the least. But while we're here, we should probably make sure there aren't any things that we need to do. He seems friendly, doesn't he? Doesn't look like we've got any souls in this area. There is a soul down there somewhere, which means we should probably go through this room and take that route down. Actually, let's have a rest first, so if we die, we come back in this location. Ah, now there's actually another fairy pointing us somewhere up there. But as you can see, we can't go up that way. But we can do some parkour over here, but we can't go any further than here. So I think that's instead going to be a way back from a different location earlier on. Don't think we can go, or can we go up here? Maybe we can. Ignore me. And we can teleport straight across there. So, Holy Cross. Talking to this person here, they're doing some quite clear movements in a certain direction. So what we'll do is wait for them to reset. Then we'll make a note. Quite a lengthy routine, as you could see. Starting with up, down, up, down again, left, right, left. I'm gonna guess right, yep. Down, maybe up, oh, left. How exotic. And up, and then right. And that's it. Okay, so I'll put that in the sequence thing in the accessibility again. So up, down, left, right, down, left, up, right. Which if you've played any of the old GTA games, probably the new ones as well, that will feel real familiar to some of the old cheat codes you would have had to put in. Not that we ever cheat in games. Especially not to get tanks or anything. Let's have a little look in this room anyway, see what's in here. Ah, that'll explain why we didn't come through this way. I mean, we could have teleported, we just took a mild shortcut. Okay, now we can head through this building with a bit more confidence that that's, I mean, I could have checked if there was another fairy actually. Let's go back over here, be double sure. Seems to be pushing me in that direction. Still pushing there. But seeing as we're here and have 5 coins to throw in a well, we've put in 6 so far, so I think that means we should have enough for another card slot. Oh, and 1 left over. Gonna hold on to that last one. Not for any particular reason. And then again, I should look what these do, but we'll go with that one because I think it will increase our parry ability. Don't know why I decided to look in that general direction. Wanted to feel like I wasn't missing anything. Yeah, it's out this way. Okay, so this is a fun one because you can clearly see that the tablet that this is made of is broken. So we're gonna have to find some chunks of door and try and get them to match up. So make a note of the patterns on that one. And are we? No, that's actually not a teleport thing. That's just a zip wire thing. And the next one's a teleport thing. Oh, interesting. That's an HP one? Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, what am I doing? So you can see there's a little chest up behind that fella. I don't know if we've got the relevant page for that yet. No, I don't believe so. Oh yeah, some hints and tips. So, got ourselves a little location here. Looks awful familiar, doesn't it? Oh, that's all zoomed in. Looks awful familiar. So it's saying that if you press the dagger plus the wand and then use the hook shot, well, I call it hook shot, it's the magic orb, so we'll put dagger and wand there and we'll step back a little. Oh no, that didn't work as intended. There we go, that was a... Oh, now we need to desperately switch off of that. So that was... Oh, that's going to be interesting. That was showing that if you combine the dagger with the wand, you actually send out a icy blast rather than just your regular one. That's another one of these weird things that isn't actually anywhere on our menus. But we'll just go back to this setup. Fortunately, you don't actually need to use any magic to use that hook shot to get places, or magic orb once again. So the only thing we've got here is that stone, which is incomplete, and we clearly don't have the other pieces of the stone nearby, so we have to leave that one for now. But it can get noted down. It's somewhere we're going to need to go in the future. Now if we want to go back to what we were originally planning to do. Actually no, can we go back through here? I think there's a... Oh, not what I meant to do. This is the part of the game where we get sidetracked. I don't think we can go up, can we? No. Damn. Okay, fair enough. We are going to teleport back towards the east vault, I believe. we're just walking on nothing over here. Let's double check our page of teleport locations. Somewhere around here, so it'll be the back right one takes us to the eastern vault. Which ones can we access? We don't have access to this one yet. We might need to go over there and give ourselves access. And we can't use the bottom left one, which would take us to the ruined atoll. And we can't use the one that would take us to the quarry. So, we can still use that back one, I believe, but oh, maybe not. Anyway, our objective was to go to the eastern vault. Have ourselves a little rest here. Chat to some of the locals. Siege engine. They are all just speechless. Don't think we need to go up here for anything, but yeah, there's no things about. Just thought I'd come and visit the area. Anyway, we've sort of hit our quota for the part, so we're going to finish up there and continue on our search for more heroes, graves and lost souls in the next one. So that's everything for this time. If you've enjoyed it, then please leave a like, subscribe and check out some of my other videos. But until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.